Hello everyone, I want to welcome you to the future of mobile website design. Now we have the first and only website builder that builds your website exactly like Google wants, mobile first. There are no website builders or CMS systems publicly available that starts with a mobile design. Every system creates a desktop website first and then uses responsive design to make the desktop version shrink to fit most mobile devices. Now, our revolutionary platform is fully adaptive, which means that we create a website specifically for each type of mobile device and desktop so that nothing has to be resized, all without any coding or any special skills on your part. When someone browses the internet, our system automatically detects the exact device they are on and presents them a perfect website every time. So whether you want to build a one-page website, a multi-page website, even an e-commerce website, we've got you covered. Now you can be assured your site will be presented to your visitors in a perfect mobile or desktop format for whatever device they're using. Now with that being said, let's get into some training and see if we can't get your first website up today. Now remember, if you aren't mobile first, you're mobile last. Alrighty, so first off, this is your just basic intro into the platform of get you up and running. So with that being said, you'll see some of these have locks on it. Those are future products that will be coming out to further enhance our system. So when you first start up, you'll have this and you'll have some video tutorials that'll pop up. We also will have some advanced training too as well. So let's just get going and get your first site up. In order to get your first site up as fast as possible, what you're going to want is to be prepared. Now, being prepared means have all your content all ready to go on a Word document or on a WordPad. Have any videos that you would like to upload, whether it's from Vimeo, Facebook, YouTube. Have everything ready that you want, all your pictures, have those all ready to go too as well. And so when you're using our system, you're just copying, pasting, clicking and dragging, and you'll be up within an hour. Alrighty, so we go first to our mobile desktop and site. We'll click on that, and up will pop your list of sites. Obviously, since we're starting with a new one, we will have no sites populated yet. Now what you'll also see is up over here in the corner is a couple of buttons. When you first log into the system, the first thing you're going to want to do is click over here, and what you're going to see is 10 tutorials, and more will be coming, and you'll also see a wealth of templates that will be there. Now just simply click and import all those over, and we'll be adding more templates and also having a template club too as well. So that's what you want to do at the very beginning, and then you'll be able to work from our templates. So as you see here, let's go ahead and create a new site. You're going to want to use our wizard. If I didn't want to use a wizard and want to build one right from scratch, I just click that button there, advanced training for that. We'll click OK. And here we go. Since we've already imported all our templates, now we just simply have to choose one. Over in here, you see if we wanted to CNAME it, there's a tutorial there, and you'll just go ahead and watch that. So let's go ahead and see some of our templates. Some of them you will have, some of the templates you may not have, again, depending on your level of access. Let's say we wanted to simply do an e-commerce site, or a nail salon, or auto repair. Let's go ahead and click this one. Now what we have is our site maker pops up. Now first off, you're going to notice a big change that if you've ever worked on any other system before. This is telling you we are mobile first. So this is kind of a cell phone, a smartphone, when you can kind of view it as you go. So for kind of liking this one, we're going to head and choose this template and create the site. So yes, we do. So we're just going to have a test site. That's all we got to do. Name it, and now we're in the system. I'm going to go ahead and say yes here, close this just to keep things going. And now here's our entire system. Now we can go ahead and view the site over in here, and then that'll show us what it will look like on desktop, tablet, and cell phone, which I'll show that here in a little minute. So here is our system. Now, you'll start off with all these pages. You see create a new page down in here. That's all you do. So if I wanted to create a new page, you see I have them all right in here. I wanted to create a new page. I would simply do that. And in here I have a list of pages. I can go ahead and create list of elements, contact form, or you can just go ahead and create an empty one. And each one of these you can completely customize, but text and images, for example, we would go ahead and click on that one. We just give this one a text. We'll just keep things simple. Can we add a header if we wanted to? And then we would go in and we would just edit that widget, the new page that we just had. So while I'm in here, let's now go and show you how to actually edit a page, how to do that, okay? So we just created a new one here. As you'll see, all I would do is create my main title. So main title. Now I can adjust the size on it, the font on it. I get to change whatever I want and where I want that situated. Let's say in the middle. If I wanted to change the color, I'm going to click over here. Now keep in mind, I'm not building this for beauty. I'm just showing you what you can do. Your design is going to be completely different, but let's just show you what it kind of looks like, okay? So we go subtitle, again, let's keep that there, maybe make that a touch bigger. And what you do is you go back and forth, and then you actually just see what looks good on mobile device, what looks good on desktop, but we'll show you all that. So now if I wanted to make my main text, so all my main text would kind of go right in here. So remember, as I was saying, if you had already set and go, you just copy and paste it. So I'm just grabbing some quick fake text over here, coming over, and Control Shift and pasting. Now when you Control Shift and paste, it means all the text comes over the exact same way. So it's a nice little tip there. Control Shift V. So that's Control Shift Paste, and it'll all come in here at the same size. Now in here, if I wanted to update any of this, any of the text here, I can go ahead and change the size. I can go here, have a few options here. So if I want to make this a heading, I can make it heading. It'll adjust it as we go. Again, play with the system a little bit. You see if I click on underline, I make it bold, all the different features that you have, block quote, divide, pre, align. So you see you have a lot of functionality. What you'll want to do is just play with it. See what looks best, because visually that's what you want to do. We can make the text bold, italics, and you can see here now we can go ahead and start changing some of the text here. We have a color wheel, again, how we want this to be placed. We can start adding bullet lists here, numbered list. We can insert a link, which is kind of cool. So you could take any piece of text, simply click this button here, put your URL, text will display, and then now anybody that clicks on that will be taken to that link. Okay, we can add a picture in here, and we can also add some script in here. So that's your main content, which I'll put it right in there. Okay, as we scroll down, now here's where we can add some images. Now we have a global media library. Let me touch on that. Here's the global media library. Now these are images that are free from us. You just go ahead and add one in there. We got categories there. We have quite a few in there, and also you can add your own. And every time that you add your own image, the system will store it. Okay, so as you'll see, we're starting to come along here. Now if I wanted to, so your media library, as I said, that's where any images that you download will be in there. Now here you'll see we have some more customization. You start to see where we are different with the mobile first. You can see here on desktop, and now this is how I wanted to kind of look on mobile. So you see, you get to choose the way that you want this to look and how you want it situated on each device. That's awesome. Come down in here, if I wanted to add a title to this image, great. If I add more images, say if I wanted to add some more, they will now slide across the screen. So let me kind of show you that one. Let's go ahead and do another one just from our mobile media library. Let's go ahead and click this one. And what you start to notice too is, look how fast every motion, everything that you do in here gets into our system. Unbelievably fast. I'm still in here. There's very little downtime or buffering. So not only do you have the fast sites, you also have a system that's unbelievably fast. You're not sitting here getting frustrated with the buffering time. Okay, so now you see how that's fading across or sliding across. I can now, if I wanted it to fade, it would fade. I can save and update. Every time I do any little adjustment, I'm going to want to save and update it so I can see what it does. Okay. Alrighty, now as I come down in here, I can now add a video. So Vimeo works incredibly well. YouTube, Facebook, they all work really well, but I personally prefer Vimeo. That way when you show the video, it just shows your video. YouTube has a tendency of now showing you what the next video would be. So if I got a video, I would put my video in there. So let me go ahead and grab a video and show you what that would look like too as well. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and go over into my, let's just go ahead and grab a video. So you see how the more you are prepared for it, the faster it will be. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a Vimeo video. Sorry, I did not have that ready for you at this point. And I want you to get a glimpse of how fast our videos are actually going to load into the system. So we've had a lot of people comment on that. It's nice to see that. People love how fast the system actually works. So to see if I had a video already, it would already be uploaded in here. Okay. So again, let me grab just something real simple here. Again, thanks everybody for the patience on here. Okay, so if I wanted to do, let's just go ahead and pick. Got lots of videos over here. Love Vimeo. Love Vimeo. I definitely recommend. Hey, and by the way, I do not get any kickback from Vimeo if you use Vimeo, so I just find it's the best way. Alright, so I'm pulling up the system here. I'm going to go ahead and grab my Vimeo link. Simply copying that over in here, pasting it. Now I got a video frame I can put this in, so let's go ahead and make this MacBook Pro. Okay. Here we go. The video should be up here in a second. Alright, and there's my video. Right there. Any downtime on that. And there we go. And the video will be playing on your placement holder. See? So any video you put in there will now be playing on that. Look how we just started to piece together this page. You can also use video as background too as well, and some headers. That's pretty amazing too. It does slow down your load speed on pages, but you know, for those who want that extra special little video, put video in the background of your header. Okay, so there we did. We've installed a video. So we've installed some images. We've shown how we could adjust to where we want all this to look like. We've actually put in some text, some main titles, adjusted the size. So now gone are the days when, you know, you have that mobile, you're looking at a mobile device and the words are stretched off the screen. So those days are gone. All right, so next we're now going to get into add a new button. So let's go over here and add a new button. Now right here you'll see no link, choose here the type. Now this just opens up the customization even more. So if I wanted to do one, I'll do a couple examples. So if I wanted this to a button where I would click on it and it just be an internal page, I would do that. And then this is the page it would jump to. So example of dresses. You would just click here, open in same window. You could have it open in a new window. Now again, here's some of our mobile first technology. We can show on both, or you choose. And then you can choose where you want left, center, right. Let's just go center, and that's for the button. And if I wanted to add it, and then I go ahead and save and update that. And again, pretty darn fast, and you decide where you want all these buttons to go. Okay, we're starting to build it, and you see here, now there's the page. There's the button, that it's a clickable. See? That's now a clickable button. Now if I wanted to add even more, you know, you don't want to put too many on a page because then it's just a lot of them, but you'll see now it can scroll to a widget. So that is basically, our system is built off of widgets. So what this would be, when I scroll to a widget, this will be that widget that's on that page. So whether it was a scratch-off card or you know, a Facebook like, whatever it is, it'll scroll exactly to that widget. External link, that's where you would put a URL in, and then that person, once they click the button, will be taken to that URL. You could have it where they send an email, start a phone call, start a text message, start a Skype call, what's up, chat, Facebook Messenger chat, or open in modal. Now WhatsApp is a great feature too as well, because remember, not everybody across the world has cell phone and smartphone services like we do. So a lot of places actually chat solely with WhatsApp or features like that. So you see how this business is now opening up to the entire world. Multiple languages. I mean, you're not going to miss anything. Okay, so that's adding new buttons right there. So I think that was pretty simple of what we did. Now let's scroll down to a few more options. Author and date, that's pretty self-explanatory, but let's just open it up. You'll see as our system, like everything, pretty simple. We just fill in the author of it, choose the date. Let's go ahead and choose today. Just some information. Is this an event? So you can specify here details and allow visitors to download it as an iCal file so they can save it to their calendars. So again, just more customization that you have at your fingertips. Show iCal save button. Again, more training on everything here, but you just play around with it, see what it does. You cannot break the system. So we had that all loaded up. Now maybe we wanted to do a location and a map, so we can do that. You see how we have the map right here. We would put in an address on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just pick that one for example. And there we go. Now we have a map. Now we can adjust the height in pixels. Right here again, more customization. Now if we wanted to add some attachments, we could simply do that. We can drag an image in here, browse a file, attachment number 2, some text on it. So you can see you can start to customize and do a whole lot of stuff with our system. Now additional options. This is very, very important. This is one of the most important features that we have. Now this is our mobile first system and play. So you could have a login required if you wanted. I can click that and now people would have to log in. It's maybe you had a password protected site, but over here, so if I click on a mobile only, now this is only, so this site would only be available, well, this page would only be available on mobile. Just this widget, this page. So like, for example, what we're doing right here, this whole page would only be available on mobile if I click that. If I just wanted it viewable on desktop, I would click that. And then now this would be on desktop only, okay? So I click on it and it becomes that only. For example, some people may want a map that's only on a mobile device. Okay, so now you just put a map and you make it only on mobile. Maybe you want a click to call feature. Well, that's obviously going to be on a mobile only, a click to call on mobile only. So now this is where you're determining what is viewed on each and every website. Okay? So we'll keep it that this is viewable on both for right now. Now additional style for this widget. This is where you can just customize the look and feel of the widget itself. So watch as I do this. Now I'll go over a little bit more. This right here, desktop space. Now what that means is where I can actually now have a few pages that will basically, now I can occupy more space with that. I can go over here in my default. No margins. I can even now add a custom class, which is some more CSS for it. So that's more of our advanced training in there. See over here I have half width, 1/3, 1/4, 2/3. So I'll show you what half width kind of does. So I put half width there, and we want to manage the background. So we can go in here. Let's just see, we have solid color, we have images, parallax effect. That's really only works on desktop versions. Particles, and we can put a background YouTube video in there. So remember how I had that before? Let me show you what that would look like now as a background. So in here, let me copy this code again. So now that I have it ready, put that in there. Go ahead and save it. The systems really is a lot of fun to play with. Alrighty, so all the features that I've been, or customization that I've been doing, you can now start to see, look what's going on. So again, I'm not trying to build this for beauty, I'm just showing you what you can do. So you see over here now the background image, see how I changed that widget. Watch as I'll change it again just to show you. Scroll down to it, go to additional style for this widget. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's choose a solid color. Keep it easy. Let's just do that there. Choose it, save and update it, and now what you're going to have is now a different background. See? Right there. Completely change the background of it. So, I mean, it's just use your imagination. Your imagination is the only thing that's going to get in your way of what you want this system to do. All right, let's scroll down here. Let's scroll down. Additional style for the widget. Now we have further customization. Now you can do this, which is called a dark transparent overlay. It just makes the background a little darker. You'll see us save and update that. All right. And that'll make it a little bit darker. See how that's now darkened that completely up. See? That was just a dark overlay. Alrighty. Get rid of that there. And let me scroll down. The only thing that's slowing me down is my computer, the speed of my computer. So back to the additional style. Animation. Now what animation does, it's going to send across some images or some text. So images and titles, images only, titles only. So what it does, you'll see that stuff will fade in. Some animation will fade in from the top or from the side or from the bottom. You know, you just kind of choose, and you see how that faded down. Alrighty, so that is updating and customizing your first page. So again, brief little synopsis of what we've done. You can also name it right in here. So we've put our main title in. I'm showing you how to adjust the size, the font, where you want it situated, and the color, the subtitle. We've gone over putting some text in. Now if we wanted to touch on this a little bit more, it's just more ways that you can customize it. We wanted to edit this, we can edit it right here. We can view the source code. We can insert an image link table. Format, we can change the format right down in here. Tools, source code, a word count. We can add the table in here. So if we wanted to customize it just completely, we can add more rows, columns, add a cell. So people that are used to using, like a spreadsheet or something, they'll really be able to do some fun stuff with this. Just more customization. There we go. Preview it, print it. I mean, you name it, you got it with our system. We showed you how to add images in here, global media library, your library, or you want to browse, copy and paste, or click and drag. Showed you how to move it around on desktop or on mobile. So you're down here, images occupy all space. We want a half space, whatever we want to do. How to put in an alternate title for this image, whether we want it to fade or slide. The time frame that we want them to scroll across, how to put in a video, how to add it to a frame, or we can just keep it by itself. Scroll on down, showed you how to add some buttons, what they do, all the different button types. How to add an author, the date, again, just like the what I showed you earlier, same kind of editing right in here. If I wanted to add an event and time and date, I can put that in there. Showed you how to add a map to this with the address, how to add attachments, additional options, turning the mobile or desktop on or off, and additional style for this widget. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and save and update all this. And that was, again, remember when we just put on a new page. So now we're going to go all the way back to my pages, and we're going to go back to the home page. So here we go. Now this is showing all the pages, and as you'll see, the one that we just did is sit right down at the bottom. So whenever I add a new page, it always goes right down to the bottom. So now you may be saying, well, what if I don't want it at the bottom? What if I want it someplace else? Alrighty. All I have to do is see when the go off, we have the arrow. Now I click on it. It's kind of the crosshairs. I take that, and now I just move it. Click, drag it, and drop it, and then now that's where that's going to be. See over here, if I could just take it again and just put it over right up in here if I wanted to. Okay. Now, that's how you just move the pages around, and you'll see that it moves. So watch this just to kind of show you. You see right in here, what if I take this one, special offers, put it all the way up in here, and then now the special offers will go right to the top. Alrighty, so we can kind of click over in here, and you can start to see there's the special offers went right into the top. Because what you'll notice over here, see how all these tabs are all directly right under this, so they're all right under the home screen. If I wanted to make them their own pages, I simply take this and I want to kind of stretch it out, and there it goes. Now you see how it's the same size. I just rearrange it a little more. Sometimes you just have to play with it a little bit. So now it's the same size, and now that's over on the top. So I could do that for all these pages, and now this is now set under there. So watch there. So home, I click under here, and watch as I click under home over here, everything comes up. Okay? And there's all the text, dresses, accessories, about us. You see how that's all nestled underneath there. Alrighty? So now let me show you what this looks like on the full view site. Okay? So hopefully that made sense of just moving the pages around. And here's, you see the 3 previews, and now these previews actually are working previews. So you can actually see what is going on. Alright, now if I wanted to view this in full screen, I go ahead and view this in full screen. Now I find the best way to use our system was with multiple monitors. Alrighty, so here is kind of the desktop version. You can do home. You can see now we have all the clickable, there's the text, the dresses, accessories, about us, account, the shopping cart. So as you'll see, now all you have to do for this site is go in and simply add your images, add everything that you want. So let's go over in here. Since we already done it, we already have the page created. Now all you're going to do is you're going to just go in and simply edit what we have in there. That's it. So if I have a catalog over here, I go in here and watch, I just click on it. We've done all the hard work for you. You would click on this screen over in here and say, hey, it's not a black and yellow polka dot dress. You put your image in there. You put what this item is right in there. We also have a tutorial on a complete e-commerce, but keep in mind this is just a basic run over the system, not over each and every widget, which there are tutorials on all the widgets. Alright, so that is the secret. That's how you get your mobile site up and running. The simpler site, the quicker you have it. The more complex site, obviously the longer it will take you to build that site. So that gets you up and running. That's the basics of building a website with this. That is it. And once you've created a website and you want to clone it, you can go ahead and clone it. But that's our real simple run over, our walkthrough. We will have different videos coming with all the options, what the style does, and apps will be coming out at a later date, so those will not be coming out at launch. But you see we have everything in here which will all be explained. So watch all the tutorials. Again, thank you very much for watching this brief overview. Thank you.